aren't many things cooler than sky surfing. In the world of Eureka 7, the sport is called lifting, and instead of leaping from planes, riders use self-propelled boards to take off from ground level. The concept goes beyond lighthearted competition though, as even military-class mechs are fitted with boards and make use of lifting techniques in battles high above the earth. Eureka 7 Vol.2 The New Vision picks up the plot 2 years after the previous game, which came out last October. Both of the PS2 titles serve as prequels to the animated TV show. But does the game draw fans deeper into the anime's high-flying world, or would the story have been better told as a DVD release? The New Vision doesn't feature many of the characters from the anime, focusing instead on a man named
Sumner.
Formerly a top mech pilot, Sumner deserted the military, and his departure was covered up by official reports claiming he was killed in action. The game starts with Sumner living his own life and competing in lifting races, but he soon crosses paths with 2 old friends,
Moondoggy
and Ruri.
Why don't you knock?
Together, they learn that the military has been using means of enhancing pilots' abilities that often result in mental instability and suicide. Concerned for comrades still in service, Sumner's crew decides to take on the military themselves and destroy the technology, putting soldiers at risk.
People are going insane and being killed by my techniques.
Since the story is the main focus of the game, it's a good thing that it's somewhat interesting. The characters have complicated relationships and explore a variety of emotions.
You two sure aren't men!
However, the presentation is marred by stiff animation, uninspired names like Afrohead, and way too much time spent discussing ramen.
Ramen or rice omelets?
How long ago was it that you heard about this ramen street?
Ramen!
Or nothing!
I'm guessing you're after ramen, am I right?
I'm dying to try the ultimate ramen! You guys ramen fans?
I'm amazed that you'd come back from the dead for a bowl of ramen. The ramen here is good, right?
Ramen is a contest.
I'm in total ramen bliss here!
The plot is passable, but it's still far from being a masterpiece. One of the main problems with the New Vision is that the time spent watching the story far outweighs any time spent interacting with the game. There are several different types of gameplay along the way. You participate in lifting races, fight man-to-man, engage in ground conflicts with other mechs, and even take to the sky in aerial battles. But for every 5 minutes of gameplay, there is easily as much as 10 to 30 minutes of cinematics. And the experience is completely linear. Most of the battles are easy enough, but if you happen to lose a mission a few times, the game will freely give you a healing kit that refills your life bar automatically when you run out of health. Die with 1 healing kit, and you'll be given 2, which takes away any sense of challenge.
Man, that's so twisted.
In addition to the story mode, there's also situation mode, which allows you to choose different sets of battles and try out various characters and mechs. Most situations are locked until you complete prior missions or advance in the story mode. Each one can be cleared in a couple of minutes, but with little variety and no multiplayer option, there's not much incentive for players to complete them all. The endless cinema scenes in the New Vision, paired with brief spurts of gameplay, make it clear that the emphasis is on telling a story, rather than giving fans a chance to actually play it out. The battles themselves are lifeless and repetitive. In ground conflict, either as a human or a mech, all you have to do is fire at your opponent to knock him over, then hit him while he's down to finish him off. Melee attacks always do more damage than firearms. The balance just simply isn't there. When in the air, the mechanic is a little different, but the interaction is just as boring and repetitive. You press L1 to lock onto an enemy, then press circle to perform a homing attack. While attacking, you can press circle a couple more times to continue the combo, and then you can reposition and do it all over again until he's dead. Pressing different sequences of buttons performs different combo animations, but they're all completely interchangeable. Eureka 7 Vol.2 attempts to offer diversity with several different playstyles, but each battle is so simple and monotonous that it's hard to distinguish one from the other. Eureka 7 Vol.2 The New Vision can hardly be called a game.
Whatever.
The story sequences go on forever, and the brief conflicts in between are incredibly repetitive.
Sorry about that, pal.
Fans of the show should rent it, if only to learn about the events leading up to the anime, but everyone else will be left hoping that this New Vision isn't a sign of things to come.
What the hell? It's over